Hello, everyone. I'm Henry Sauzande from Angle Dimension, and today I'm here to talk to you about our financial inclusion platform. It's called Khusa. Khusa is a peer-to-peer savings group that allows savings group to create digital wallets and view and contribute savings using a mobile phone. In terms of traction so far, as of September last year, we have been made the World Summit Award 2018 nominee for innovation for our Khusa platform. As of October, we've actually gotten 50 groups on board, which is roughly translates to about 1,000 users so far. Our projection is that we plan to do a general rollout in January, and we want to grow the users by at least 12,000, which makes it at about 150,000 within the first year. In terms of the market size, over 10 million women in 3 countries, that's Malawi, Zambia, and Tanzania, are doing village savings right now. And 80% of those are women. And all these are managing cash manually. So there's over $1 billion in circulation right now. So that means, obviously, this is a very large informal sector, and these groups don't have access to financial services. So if we're targeting for 3 market segments, and for these 3 market segments, which is the urban, rural, and semi-urban, we're planning to have at least 1 million users in the next 5 years, generating about a $7 million annual revenue. So what's the problem? Africa, according to the World Bank, has got 400 million unbanked users. And in sub-Saharan Africa, according to the IMF, 12% of Africans are using some kind of mobile wallet. 9% has a credit card, which means if people want to do any kind of formal savings, they're doing it largely in cash, and this cash translates to them being targeted for organized crime, whether it's theft or miscalculation. Our platform, Khusa, bridges the informal sector, the informal savings sector, and it provides them with a digital wallet. And it gives them the ability to manage their group transaction, whether it's contributions or whether it's loans that they issue to each other. Khusa is available both on mobile and tablet. In terms of our business model, we are charging per user per month. So we're charging about 60 cents per month, which roughly translates to $7 per customer, since these groups typically save for anywhere between 6 to 12 months. And after year 1, we'll be generating about $1 million revenue at 150,000 users. In terms of growing membership, we plan on scaling out to those countries. We're doing partnerships with organizations like CARE and the United Nations Capital Development Fund. And our team has got extensive background in payment services. We've actually done a microfinancial banking system, and we've leveraged some of those algorithms to this platform, but we try to simplify as much as possible for the target audience. In terms of our 5-year projection plan, we're planning to have 150,000 the first year, and in the second year, we want to double that by scaling to another country. As we go to year 3, we'll develop a USSD application so that we can reach out to the rural markets, therefore increasing to 500,000. How do we attract these people to use this platform? We're offering them a 1-month free trial. And as we scale up every year, the expenses will increase. We hope to have a 10% market penetration at the year 5. So what gives us a competitive advantage? Our platform not only lets groups save, but it also gives them the opportunity to discover. So if I want to start saving and I'm interested in joining a group, the system will suggest groups that match your portfolio depending on how much you want to contribute. We also offering profiling, which we can tell you if a member is a high risk before they join the group. And perfect timing is that mobile phones right now are ubiquitous. Everybody is using a mobile phone. So if you bring a service to a mobile phone, it's much more easily adopted. So what's our ask? We are asking for $500,000 at a 10% equity, for 10% equity at a $10 million valuation. And we're using this for founder salary, growing the engineering team, sales and marketing team, cloud infrastructure, and equipment for the engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Angle Dimensions. Over to the judges for your comments and questions.
Two things. I've seen 3 or 4 companies going after a similar market as you are, and all want to come here to Tanzania. So the first question is, how do you intend on competing in the long run? And then second one is more of a suggestion. I would highly encourage you to revise your ask for money from equity at a very high valuation to a convertible note that foregoes the equity at this stage. I think your valuation is probably about 10 times too high, and it would probably be easier for you to raise a convertible note at $500,000 than it would be to do equity. But if you could kindly talk towards the how you intend on outperforming the increasing competition, as I see 3 or 4 businesses already, and maybe about a new business that fits your model every single month.
Yeah, so for the existing platforms that we've actually studied the market, we found that most of them, it's about groups who already know each other. What we're saying is our competitive edge is we're using machine learning to offer the ability for discovery. So if I wanted to join a group, just like Facebook will suggest to you a friend you might know because you're a friend of somebody else. So we're following the same model to offer the competitive edge for the product.
So what more does the system allow a customer to do? So you join the group, you can send your savings to the group that you're joining, if I get you correctly. What more can a member do? Can you also get the money as credit from the group through the same platform?
Okay, so when you make a contribution to the group, basically it offers like a group wallet, and then they can use this to issue loans. So the system you can issue loans, you can make other contributions, you can even borrow the money out to another group from within the platform itself.
So is there any sort of background check of the members before they join the group?
So currently what we're requiring is that they provide KYC information. In the most markets that we're working, we're using cell phone information. We've actually signed a memorandum of understanding with the Malawi National Registration Bureau that will offer us the ability to identify somebody based on their identity, based on their ID card.
So currently, if a member joins the group and he gets a credit from the group and he walks away, how would you recover that money?
Okay, so this platform is allowing groups to save within themselves, to borrow money towards each other. I mentioned a point about member profiling. If you join more than one group on the platform, we still know it's still you, so the platform can essentially mark you as a high-risk contributor or defaulter. So that way, if somebody else wants to join, or if the same person wants to join another group, the platform can identify you as high risk. Then it's up to that group to either accept or reject that person.
Okay, so I think I apart from the comment from my friend Mike Rose on the competition, I think is a great product. If you look at Tanzanian market, and official statistics is there's more than 1 trillion shillings in that space. And they're really struggling in terms of managing both ends. So from saving to credit, recovery, and all that kind of stuff. So if the model can, be modeled around such areas, I think there's a great potential with the projections that you're trying to do. Otherwise, I think before we say anything, there's much more we need to look into data and see if it could be investable at this stage.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Anybody else on the panel want to say anything? Any final remarks, questions?
I just wanted to ask, through your rounds of funding, given the data that you have in Malawi, how much funds do you think you would have to raise before you're cash flow positive?
Okay, so the ask we're talking about, mostly it's to scale up the team. You probably see a recovery if we hit 150,000 users. We'll start seeing the first $1 million come in. So it means that 500 can be recovered in probably a year or two.